Hey everybody, Rick here with Game Trade Media. I have got Erik Mona back in the seat next to me. We're coming to you live from PAX Unplugged. This is day 3. I am exhausted.
It only feels like day 7.
Oh my God. My constitution is not high enough for that. So we had Erik on earlier and we talked about Starfinder, but you know, it all started here.
Yeah,
for you guys, right?
The original Pathfinder.
Let's take it old school.
All right. Well, you've got in your hands the Pathfinder Ultimate Wilderness Rulebook, which just came out this week, actually, and it's got all kinds of. It's like basically a deep dive on nature and the various classes that deal with them. There's even a new class in the book called the Shifter, and that's right in there. And there are new. So right here we got the cool illustration, and there's new character classes. There's a bunch of new archetypes for stuff like rangers, druids, hunters, all of the sort of nature-oriented classes that we have in the Pathfinder game. So one way to think about it is early on we did Ultimate Magic, kind of the spellcasters. We did Ultimate Combat for the martial classes. Recently we did Ultimate Intrigue for your bards and your rogues and the sort of charisma-based guys. And this is our dive on the nature stuff. So yeah.
So if you're a big fan of playing druids, rangers, and those types of characters, elves, and
this is the book for you. Yeah. We've got and it goes beyond elves too. We've got 4 new races in the book, and they are largely plant people. They're going to be here. So here's my favorite, the Gorin, which is evolved from hyper-adaptive plants that were created to survive a blighted kingdom's landscape. And over thousands of years, they took on human appearances as a defense mechanism so that humans would stop eating them.
Yeah, because who wants to eat something that looks kind of like you and can scream?
Exactly. That's exactly right. And so they're like functionally immortal. They have a seed that they can expel and then grow a new version of themselves with slightly different memories and powers and stuff. But the kind of downside for the Gorin is they have a race feature called Delicious, which means that if they're being bit by a creature with a grab attack, it's harder for them to escape because that thing just wants to eat them so bad. Yeah, so that's the Gorin. Tasty. It all came from my idea of I really wanted there to be a playable plants creature. You know, each of the types of creatures in Pathfinder, I wanted there to be a legit, I could be that guy. And we didn't have a plant person in our world when I created that. Now, subsequently, we have a lot of plant people. We've got this sort of Fey-like Gathlin, who's got sort of wooden wings there, really cool. We have, let's see, what else do we have? We've got the Vine Leshy, which I'll get to in a second. He's my favorite. He's just a little, look at that little guy.
He's adorable.
Hi, everybody. So he makes me happy. And then we have, so let's see. And that's it. I can't find the other one right now. But there's classes, there's new races, new classes, archetypes for a lot of the nature-oriented classes.
I saw in there was an ice chemist.
Yeah, so that's like an alchemist, archetype, and it's all about throwing ice bombs and that. What's not to love about that?
I actually do like that. I actually like when I play some campaigns or when I write out something. I almost always throw in some sort of Arctic event.
Oh, cool.
So that totally would fit in my storylines.
Yeah, exactly. So, there's new magic items. There's a whole section on animal companions and familiars. So really just trying to kind of fill out the options for everybody in the Pathfinder character.
That's awesome. So if you guys want to pick it up, there it is, Ultimate Wilderness. Very cool.
Available now.
Available now at your local retailer.
Yep, absolutely.
Very cool. Now you also brought the most current adventure path?
I did, yes. So I've got the first 4 volumes here of the Ruins of Aslant adventure path. And this is, I think it's our 17th or 18th campaign that we've done since the beginning. I was just saying yesterday, when we did the very first one, Rise of the Rune Lords, back in 2007, we had just come off of not doing Dragon and Dungeon magazines anymore. We did a couple of adventure paths in that format, and we wanted to kind of do a 3.5 D&D campaign at that time. It was before Pathfinder was even its own game. And but it was real risky because no one had really done it before, and we didn't know if people would follow us. And so I went into my boss's office, and I said, Lisa, you have to promise me that at least we'll do 6, the full story, 6 volumes of this thing, 6 monthly volumes. If nothing else, we have to do that, because if we don't, we will be hounded until the end of our days by people who want to know how it ended, or, And she agreed. She said, no problem, we'll do 6 for sure.
Right.
Well, this is number 124 right here. And so it's crazy to think that it's come not that far. And it's also cool to see how the guys who and women who work on this book, they reinvent it every 6 months. It's a new theme. It's a new adventure path. And this adventure path, The Ruins of Aslant, is all about exploring sort of the broken, original first continent of humanity, delving through ancient ruins, learning kind of elements related to their fall. It starts with an expedition to kind of like a Jamestown-style colony that's abandoned when you get there, and you got to kind of figure out what's happening there. Then you make the colony your own, and you just kind of try to explore the nearby lands, but eventually it leads to undersea adventures. It's kind of Atlantis-inspired in many ways. They come out every month. So we've got 4 of them already. They're 96-page adventures. They have it's about 2/3 adventure and about 1/3 support material, like new monsters and gazetteers of different regions and things. And this is the latest and greatest.
Now, I like this one because you did mention the undersea adventure, the Atlantean theme, because not only, again, I gotta say it, I love throwing Arctic events into my campaigns.
Yeah.
But I love throwing aquatic. I was a sailor for 20 years, so
cool.
I love throwing some of that kind of stuff in there as well.
So this is gonna fit. You're a guy who knows his port from his starboard.
I do.
Yeah, that's good. There's so much lingo when it comes to sailing and
the
stuff.
The folk soul.
Yeah.
All that stuff. It's a lot of fun, and when you can throw that out there, it gives a lot of text and flavor.
Absolutely.
And you read the opening to this before we started.
I did.
And I'll tell you what, beautiful. It captures you right off the bat. So if you aren't playing this adventure path yet, you need to go pick it up.
Absolutely. So it's still got a couple of months left to go, and then we roll into another one, which is called War for the Crown, and it's all about espionage and a war, basically a battle for succession for a major kingdom. So
awesome.
We go from undersea adventure to courtly intrigue, and then 6 months after that, we're going back to the very beginning with one called Return of the Rune Lords. So we're coming full circle. The first Rise of the Rune Lords was about what happens when one of the 7 Rune Lords came back after 10,000 years of slumber. Well, there's 6 more, and we'll see what happens in about a year.
All right.
So pretty cool.
So much cool stuff coming out of Paizo.
Thank you.
And we here at Game Trade Media love everything you guys do. So, and I like being able to show this stuff off, building characters, and like you said, there's the shifter in here. Will be a fun one to do.
Yeah, brand new class. It's all about. It's kind of like the shifter is to the druid as the paladin is to the cleric.
Okay.
So they're kind of the frontline fighters. They can turn their hands into claws and talons and things.
Nice.
They take on different animal aspects, and as they go up in level, they take on the aspects of multiple animals at the same time.
That's awesome.
And yeah, pretty cool.
Yes. All right, there you go, everybody. Thank you, Erik, for joining us.
Absolutely.
Go to Paizo.com and find out all you need to know about all the cool products coming out of Paizo's library, and a deep delved library, as it were, bringing it all to the surface for all of us to enjoy and play. You can also pick all this stuff up right now at your local retailer, your local game shop, so do that. And one other thing we always do, we've done it all weekend long, thank you to Carolina Game Tables for letting us use this beautiful streamer all weekend long here at PAX Unplugged. You can check out all the cool things from Carolina Game Tables over at their website and also on Facebook. But here's the big thing we want to talk about this time. Check out their Kickstarter. It's live right now for their awesome Carolina Game Tables cabinet game table. You can put all your games in it, break it down, and have a little play area there as well. All cool stuff.
It's a really nice table.
It is a really nice table.
And I'm not just saying that. It's a really nice table.
And there you have it, everybody. Also, make sure, again, go back and check out the card here for the big mega prize, where you can win all sorts of cool prizes in one big mega prize. One winner.
Great.
All that stuff right
Look
there.
Look at that one. There it is.
Their core rule books in there. There you go, everybody. Check it out. I'm Rick for Game Trade Media here at PAX Unplugged, and we'll be back with some more awesome content real soon.
Don't forget to subscribe to Game Trade Media. Leave a like and comment on what videos you'd like to see next.